Alrighty, welcome to a very highly anticipated video. Today we have the 2025 Gyropalooza Box. There's two versions. There's one that has 17 discs, and then this is the one that we're reviewing today with like 7, I think, are in here. There's 11 in here, and the other one has 17. I've been here. We're going to be throwing the discs as we pull them out and kind of discussing how it feels. If this is worth your money, let's get started. All right, first disc, we have a wave. This is a 173 gram glow wave. I think this is a lab second. So that's one of our first lab second. We get 5 other ones. The only discs that we know are in here are the Pyro, a neutron wave, a particle, an echo, and then there's 2 R2 and then 5 lab seconds. So we're just gonna throw them once, one forehand, one backhand, and then that's it. Then we're gonna move on to the next disc.
I'm excited to throw this one. I've thrown waves in the past, but they've never been the premium plastic. This is the Eclipse Glow plastic. So, yeah, let's see how it flies. That one was nice and flat, touch of Annie. I mean, waves are waves. They've been a staple in the MVP lineup for a long time now. Everyone's pretty familiar with how they fly. That's the glow plastic, so it's going to be a little bit more beefy than, say, like the Neutron or the Photon ones. But yeah, we'll see some forehands here out of DJ.
Alrighty, now it's time to throw the forehand with this wave. First throw didn't seem that understable. I did throw it on a little bit of hyzer though. Kind of just straight and see what happens. Wow. All right, so first disc in the box. I really like it. Most of the time waves tend to be a little bit more understable. That wasn't understable. It's also a glow plastic, which helps. But it's definitely more, not overstable, but more stable than what it usually would be for a wave. Next disc.
This is a balance.
No way.
Has to be a balance. It doesn't say on the rim though.
It's a hex.
Oh, it's a hex.
All right, we have a lab.
Cool hex.
We have a lab second hex. Really cool looking. He has a hex. He throws one. I don't know how it would be on a forehand, but we'll see.
All right. I really like hexes. They have a nice glide, nice super stable finish. For me, they don't go super far. It depends who you are though. If you have higher arm speeds, you're gonna be able to throw these really far. They're kind of like MVP's version of a buzz. I think they have more glide than a buzz though. So don't come after me in the comments. I released that one on a pretty good amount of hyzer. Yeah, that's how hexes fly.
I've actually never thrown a hex on a forehand. We're gonna see how it goes today. Shouldn't be too bad. Wow. Alrighty. That's a nice flying disc as well. So far, 2 for 2 on the disc. It's not a bad forehand disc by any means. Definitely more of a backhand disc. Feels really nice, but all MVP discs feel nice, especially on the forehand. That might be a balance.
This is a Crave. That's a super bright Crave.
Yeah, you'll never lose this thing. It's a Crave lab second. Is that orange outer line?
Yeah.
Orange outer line.
Orange. It's pretty cool.
Neon green inline. Looks pretty cool. Ben's gonna throw on the backhand.
All right. I used to bag a Crave. I don't really anymore, just because I kind of don't use this slot all that much. If I'm going to use something slower speed and understable, I usually go with like a Meteor or something like that. But yeah, pretty familiar with how the Craves fly. It probably will flip. I think it's like a 6.5 or 6.5, 5, negative 1.5, 1 or something like that. That's probably like 350, 400 out there, but yep, that's the Crave on the backhand.
First throw with the Crave on the forehand. Been through that very nicely. That thing went pretty much straight. So far, 3 discs, 3 kind of understable stuff. Again, got to throw it on a little bit of hyzer. I mean, that would be a really nice disc for a turnover on the forehand. You get it straight and it kind of gets up in the air and then turns over. That would be kind of nice. I would like that. So far, 3 lap second discs. I think we only have 2 more. Yep, 2 more lap seconds. 2 R2s and then 3 discs. We already know what they are. Just don't know what they look like. Disc number 4.
Good driver. Oh, this is fast.
That's a...
This is Dimension.
Yeah, this is a Dimension. Dimension, very, it's like a 14 speed.
It's a deep rim.
Yeah, this thing goes very far for people who throw very far.
Like, I am not going to be able to throw this thing far at all. I actually forget if it's flippy or not, so I'm just going to throw it kind of flat and try to give it some good height. But man, that rim is really deep. I mean, you can see the gyro is almost the same width as the actual inner part of the rim. That's nuts. I threw that really low. That thing is super overstable. If you have like a higher arm speed, like you'll see Julius on the channel soon. If you have a higher arm speed, I'm sure that thing goes a lot straighter than I just threw it. But yeah, it's a meat hook for slower speeds.
Yeah, that's nice. It's what I expected. It's a very typical Dimension. Overstable, at least for usual people. Not, well, torque resistant definitely, but kind of doesn't hold that line too long. Kind of just flips it right over. Pretty nice overstable distance driver. Another thing I've seen is that it's actually not that bad on tomahawks. Alrighty, disc number 5. First R2.
This one's cool.
Wrath. I actually don't know what this is. It's 167 gram.
Feels overstable.
Oh, it does.
I think it's got a flat top.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels overstable. 167, it should be a little bit different with higher spin rates, but yeah.
I'm gonna see how you throw it and then I'll base it off that.
Yeah. This is a really cool disc though. It's got like a swirly rim, and it's got that super cool like rainbow stamp. It's a cool disc. The black will be kind of tough to find, but that rim's really cool. Assuming overstable, so I'm just gonna try to throw this on Annie and just kind of see what it does. Kind of slipped out of my hand, but it's actually not as overstable as I thought it was going to be, or else that would have came out of it a lot sooner. Although it is 167. Lighter weights will always flip over more because they're not as resistant to higher spin rate.
It's a really cool looking disc. I do kind of wish the R2 discs would be a little bit more, or don't have the black top stamp. That kind of sucks. But it might be a little bit understable on the forehand. I'm going to try to do a little hyzer, not a hyzer flip, but kind of flat. Oh yeah. All right, that's pretty similar to like a Firebird, Raptor. There's some overstable MVP stuff, but I think this is kind of like that Raptor Firebird in between type vibe. All right, next one should be our 6th disc. Please don't tell me that's another way.
Photon.
Oh, Photon.
Yep.
This is what Evan bags. He throws it pretty well.
I feel like it's going to be a little pretty stable. Well, actually, not that stable.
It's 167 gram. It's really cool looking. I don't see a lot of dome.
I should be able to hyzer flip that.
Yeah, should work pretty well for a backhand.
All right. I've never thrown one of these before. It's pretty light, but kind of cool. Very, very basic disc, just with the black inner rim and then the white outer with the just kind of metallic silver stamp on there, but still cool. Yeah, that thing just stays straight for a good amount of the beginning of the flight and has a nice fade at the end. The fade, it didn't have a very glidey fade, if that makes sense. It kind of just fell out of the sky once it got to its kind of peak flight. It didn't have that nice glide at the end. But still a cool disc. I got good snap on that. It feels good in the hand too. Something about the dome is in the middle and then it tapers off pretty fast and it's got a nice inner rim. I don't know, it felt good in the hand though.
All right, we have the Photon forehand. Really cool stuff so far. We haven't gotten into like the main stuff of the Gyropalooza box, but it's really cool so far. Photon, kind of like a Raptor feel. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. A little flex line. That's my favorite kind of line, is that flex line. Also, it is getting a little bit dark. We recorded this later on in the day, so hopefully it's not too dark for you guys. All right.
This is kind of cool.
What's this?
Cool stamp. It's got like a elk on it. It's a wave. This is the what's the one in the box? Particle proton, I think. Or no, sorry, neutron.
Hopefully. Or we might
Yeah,
have
it looks just like the other wave though. It looks like glow plastic.
I don't see. Hopefully it's that one. This is 175. We're gonna throw this one again, or we'll throw this wave. But you guys already seen how the other one flew.
All right, another wave. Just gonna throw it on a little bit of heavy, see where it goes. This one's definitely heavy though. It's gonna be a little deeper. Like I said with the first wave, it's a wave. It's the same thing every time.
All right. Fortunately, running out a little bit of daylight here. I'll throw this. And then we're just gonna throw them back, throw them towards the thing, and then call it a day there. Oh, I slipped.
That was on a good bit of hyzer. It's a heavy wave. It's beefy.
Yeah, a little bit more stable than what we're used to in terms of waves.
All right, now we got one of our Gyropalooza discs. This is the Echo.
Ooh, that looks really cool. That's a cool looking disc. We're gonna have Ben throw it, talk about it, and then I'll throw the next one, then we'll alternate from there.
All right, I have no clue what the flight numbers are on this. It feels similar to a Melita in the hand, actually. But yeah, let's give this one a good rip. Slightly overstable mid. Yeah, I'm not sure what I've never thrown an Echo before, but felt good in the hand though.
All the flight numbers will be on the screen of what they are. This is that freaking.
Here's the particle.
The particle. It's actually called Particle Proton Particle. This won't be good on the forehand, but we'll try it.
It flies very reminiscent of a Luna.
Yeah, it's very similar to a Luna. All right, that sucks.
Here's another wave.
We have 3 waves.
We're not even gonna throw this wave because it's just another wave. It's a 174 gram wave.
Yeah, this is the exact same as the other wave.
Cool disc though.
Yeah, this is probably the coolest looking one out of all 3 of the waves that we got. That's kind of the unfortunate part, is we got 3 waves. A little unfortunate there.
All right, our last one of the box.
This is the one I'm most excited for.
This one's cool.
Yeah, that's the Pyro.
Yep. Yeah, this one's cool. Never thrown one of these before, so we'll give it a rip.
Overstable mid.
All right.
Maybe like zone vibe.
Yeah, we'll give it a good rip out there, see what it does. We'll try to throw it flat, give it a little bit of height, let it work. That was on hyzer. Oh yeah, very much zone. Very much like meat hook-esque.
Yeah. All right, like we said, kind of running out of daylight. Echo and Pyro. Pyro definitely has a lot more, it's definitely more four-handable. We're gonna try the Pyro first. It'll be a little tough to see that, but nice overstable, mid-range, kind of like a zone. Let's try the Echo now. Wow, that thing, okay. That is a not understable disc, but definitely not stable. So definitely we did run out of daytime a little bit, so it kind of sucks. We didn't really get to fully talk about each disc that we got. We did get 3 waves, which kind of sucks, but wasn't too bad. Alrighty, that's the discs that you receive, or some of the discs you might receive in the Gyropalooza box for 2025. My favorite that I got was this Wrath. Flies like a Raptor, Firebird, nice overstable fairway driver.
I like this, the Gyropalooza Echo. I'm pretty sure everyone gets the Echo. I think that's one
Yes, that is one of the discs.
Yeah, so I think everyone gets this Echo if you buy this specific box. And I'm sure it's not the same color, maybe the same stamp, maybe not. But yeah, that's a really cool disc. It actually flies more similar to my Castoplast Cax X.
Yeah.
Flies very, very similar. This one's actually a 177, so this one's actually even more overstable.
Yeah, when he first threw it, I thought it was going to be a lot more overstable than it was. It was stable, yes, but also kind of neutral stable, if that makes sense. Mine was this Wrath, like I said, Firebird, Raptor, type 5. I like overstable stuff. I really like the way the stuff you get in the Gyropalooza box looks, like the Echo, the Particle, the Pyro.
Is very cool.
Kinda
This wave is even cool. If you're into waves, this is a pretty cool wave.
Yeah.
Good stamp, good color.
But if you want to pick one up, definitely head down to Disc Insanity in the Lehigh Valley. That's really cool too. He got some great used selection stuff. He got a bunch of these Gyropalooza boxes in, if you definitely want to pick one up. It's definitely worth the value of the box, I believe. I think you get a good amount of stuff, especially if you're just trying out disc golf for the first time and you just want to really get into it. Definitely pick up one of these boxes. You get a putter.
Just a little over $12 a disc for 13 or 11 brand new discs. So that's not bad at all.
You get a putter, a couple mids, drivers, distance drivers, bunch of stuff. His information will be on the screen now. It's starting to rain. Thanks for watching. Go pick one up at Disc Insanity.
See you in the next one.